Hey, what's up, guys? Jason here. Just want to do a little update. The last few days, man, I really got thrown some weird emotions, just weird anxiety, kind of weird depressing thoughts and feelings, and I'm facing things that I used to run from, and so out of that comes pain, comes hurt, comes discomfort. You know, as a lot of you guys know, I haven't seen my mom for over 20 years, and I was able to meet up with my mom's sister, my grandma, which is my mom's mom, and just spend some time together over the weekend. It really, man, just really get to talk. And now that I'm sober and like I have more courage, I have more confidence, I have more I guess it's hard to explain the word for it, but I have more of the ability to engage in uncomfortable conversations, to engage in the unknown, and to, like, before, when I was on something forever. I was on some kind of drug, like smoking weed every day, pills, kratom, whatever, and I would see my grandma and my aunt every once in a while. Like after I turned 18, they reached out to me, and so we would see each other every, maybe once or twice a year, since I turned 18, and I would never ask them about my mom. I'd always be scared. I would always be nervous. It would always be awkward. And now that I'm sober, like, I can really, just sit and talk and conversate, and yeah. So like digging up that past, digging up, and other things, like posting these old videos of me in the struggle. It also, like, it digs up the past. It digs up the memories. It digs up the pain. So like I just haven't been feeling good the last few days, and that's fine, because I'm healing, I'm growing, and that's part of the process. Like, pain is not always a bad thing. In fact, a lot of times it's actually a good thing. We have good days, we have bad days, and overall, we learn a lot more on the bad days. So, I've been growing a lot in the last just few days and dealing with this, and sat with my aunt for a few hours, which is my mom's younger sister, and just talked. I'm not gonna share everything we talked about. Just wouldn't be appropriate. But like, I asked, or she asked me if I wanted some old pictures, like of my mom and me as a baby, and I said I would love that. That's really cool. It's not gonna make me uncomfortable. It's actually like fascinating. It's very interesting. And then, like, I have two sisters. I have a sister who's 21 who I've never seen. I have a sister who's 15 who I've never seen. And here's the thing: I live in Minnesota. My mom lives in Minnesota. My two younger sisters live in Minnesota. I just asked, right before I left, I asked my aunt, hey, do you have any pictures of my little sisters? Like, I just want to know what they look like, and so she showed me a few pictures, and she's like, actually, here's their Facebooks, like, so you can see what they look like right now. And so, like, my aunt gave me the Facebook to my two sisters who I've never seen. And it's crazy, like, looking at these pictures of my sisters. They live, probably within a half-hour drive of me somewhere. I don't know exact location. But just look at their Facebook pictures, and, like, they're, like, right there. They're right there. And I just can't, like, it needs to start with my mom, you know, like, and then my aunt gave me my mom's Facebook. So I'm able to see like pictures of my mom and what she looks like right now, and she's living in Minnesota, like I see she goes like Twins games, which I live like 5 minute, you know, like 10-minute walk from the Twin Stadium. You know, like she was like in St. Paul, this stuff. So she lives like probably within a half hour of me. I could see these pictures of her. I could literally click the add friend button on Facebook if I wanted to, but you know, that's just not the right approach to try to make contact with her. In fact, that's the whole situation. Is she wants to act like I don't exist. She's obviously, you know, let a lot of shame and guilt come in and kind of buried me. You know, buried like the thought of me, buried the fact that she has a son, because she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to have a son when she had me. You know, and I love her. I forgive her. Like I said in the last video, I talked about her. You know, and it's just like it's the weirdest, like, wrenching feeling to see them all, to see my sisters, to see my mom. They're right there. They're literally right there. Who knows like how many times like I was close to them, you know, at events or stores or whatever, you know, and they live in the same state as me, in the same area. But at the same time, I don't know what to do. I want to make peace with her. I don't need her to be in my life. I don't need my mom to be in my life. But I do want to make peace. I do want to, like, squash this just awkward feeling. And I just want to tell her I love her. I don't want her to feel guilt or shameful. And I want to meet my little sisters, man. You know, it's just crazy. It's like being behind a glass window, like just staring in at them, and like knocking on the glass, but like they don't hear me. You know, it's really weird, to be honest. So, anyways, like just dealing with this stuff, dealing with like stirring up my old past with these old videos. Like I'm only putting these old videos up to see who I used to be. You know, it's kind of interesting. Like after posting these old videos, like I've actually been losing subscribers, and you know, it is what it is. Like I don't do what I do to like get a bunch of subscribers. Like I obviously would prefer to reach as many people as I can, which, you know, by having more subscribers means more people I'm able to reach through my story and you know, what I'm learning. But hey, you know, like if it takes being real, if it takes showing who I used to be, you know, yeah, there's swearing and cussing, and you know, like that's one thing I want. My whole point of my videos is to be real. To be real and show you that this was not easy. Life isn't always easy. And I always took the easy way out. I always just go get high. I always just get drunk. I always just reach for that, reach for this to relieve the pain. And now I'm facing the pain. I'm healing. I'm dealing with these situations that I always ran from. Like, man, I was so weak. And I'm still, you know, developing strength. I still have weaknesses, but man, I'm getting stronger. I'm healing. And I just want people to get that, man. I'm not posting old videos to be cool. I'm not posting videos so you like me. I'm posting videos so you can see that if you want to change, you can change. You know, and like, you don't have to be a victim to temptations, to struggles, to, you know, like this weekend with these feelings I was having and like this anxiety, you know, like the old me was trying to chime in a little bit, like, oh, you know, like, you could take something, like I went to watch UFC Saturday night, and you know sat at the bar because that's like where they play the fights at, and the old me's like, why don't you just have a beer, and it's like, I don't drink anymore. I don't want anything to do with a substance that alters my mind or that gives me peace of any sort. I don't want to cheat. I want to face and deal with things and cope with things that life comes at me the right way, in the most healthy way. In the past, that's why I never talked about this with my mom. That's why I never brought it up. It's because I didn't want to face it. It was easier just to like get high, not think about it. And that's just one example. There's so many issues in life or painful things or stress that would come up, and I'd just go get high. Take this or take that, and just relieve my thoughts of the situation or circumstances. And it never helps. It might make you forget about it at the moment, but those things are still there. And it's like, I'm nowhere close to like ever giving in to a temptation or going back to a drug. Like I've invested way too much to quit. Put way too much effort into this to go back to something. The little lie that says, oh, you can just do something once. Like, screw that, man. Like, I've invested way too much to quit. Like, I would never, like, seriously, man, like, to get to the point where I was able to quit, to get to the point of having freedom, to be able to, want to be free for years. That's why I'm posting these little videos, to show, like, I wanted to be free from just smoking weed for 3-4 years before I was actually able to let it go. Kratom, I wanted to let go of Kratom for at least a year and a half before I finally did. And with opiates, I just transferred addiction to addiction. Started with Percocets to Suboxone to Kratom. It's like one thing to another, just trading one addiction for another. And like, I will never go back. I'd never go back. If I did, just playing with thoughts here, if I did ever go back, I don't know how long it would take me to get back to freedom, to get back to sobriety. And it's a dead end. It's a dead end. Those are counterfeits. Those are lies. God is my refuge. God is my strength. And that is the only thing I lean on. That's the coolest thing, is I don't have to lean on my own power. I don't have to lean on myself. I don't have to try to do this alone. I have the creator of the universe on my side as my advocate, as the strength, as the source of all things, working and operating through me. And that's how I was able to get this freedom. That's how I was able to get sober. That's how I was able to quit all these addictions, by like not doing it on my own power. Every time I try to quit all this stuff on my own power, it would never work. I would always go back to it. And when I finally just surrendered and tell you, like, God, man, like, I can't do this without you. I want to quit this. I don't think it's your will for me to doing this, to be doing that. But hey, if you want me to quit this, I need your help. I can't do it without you. And then, woof, boom. That's when I get free. It's when I humble myself and just confess that to God and ask and beg for His help and honor Him. Not just want to quit, but want to quit because I want to live rightfully. I want to live, to what God, I want to live the way God wants me to live. I want to live, in obedience to His laws and what He says and His commands. And so it's out of love. It's out of love. Like, I love God so much where I don't want to do these things anymore. But it's so crazy that I didn't even want to do these things, and I love God, but I was still doing them because I was addicted. I was hooked. I was in bondage. But I just, man, that's how I got free. I just called out to Jesus. Jesus, hey, you are who you say you are. I'm going to step out in faith. And boom. That's how I got free. You know, just like the Bible says, he who the Son sets free is free indeed. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy. Doesn't mean it's gonna be all, you know, smooth sailing. You know, with me it was a process. You know, I had to deal with the struggle. I had to deal with wanting to quit for so long before I could, and because I wasn't ready. I told God, I want to give this to you. I don't want to do this anymore, but I didn't fully mean that until I got to the point where I did actually quit. You know, so I know there's many stories of people like quitting 5 addictions at once, God just setting them free, and that's awesome. But with me, you know, that was not the case, and I'm actually thankful for that, because through the pain, through the struggle, through the agony, I was able to develop strength, able to develop character, and also be able to relate to other people who are going through the same thing. So that's where I'm at, guys. I just wanted to express, you know, what's going on right now. Why am I posting old videos? Why am I doing that? You know, that's why. I want to share my story. I want to share this journey and be real. It was not easy. And it's still not always easy. There's good days, there's bad days, you know? So what's so cool though is like the last few days where I'm just feeling weird emotions. It's like that was really abnormal, because I've been living in so much joy, so much gratitude, just so much just thankfulness for life, that when these really negative emotions come, I was like, man, like it's been a while since I felt like this. But also, like, I had to go through so much pain living like that all the time, where like, okay, I'm stronger now. Like, I can really handle it now when it comes, because I'm not a victim to my emotions. I'm not a victim to how I feel. You know? I just, like, God, what are you trying to teach me here? What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to tell me through this storm? You know? So, anyways, guys, that's all I got for now. Appreciate you guys. Take care, and God bless you.